Hello, hello. So I have been wanting to do a video at least to kind of share about some topics that I wonder about and I get asked about a lot, and that has to do with food and diet and exercise and Jesus. Like, how do you combine and mix the two and not be in one ditch of overworking and the other ditch of like, oh, I don't have to do anything because I have grace. And again, I don't know it all. But I'm going to ask you to walk with me and seek God in these things. And I will encourage you that there's no formula. What I do is not what you should do. What you do is not what I should do. There's a living God, and He came, and He speaks to me. And what He tells me, I have grace for. I have a measure of faith. What He tells you, you have grace for, and you have a measure of faith. That's why I always want to point you back to Him. So when it comes to food, what should we eat? Don't we need to eat organic? Like, isn't the food from all these generations so destroyed and the original nutrition? Like, I mean, we could go to science and just prove that, like, you know what? We're probably, out of luck from where Adam was in the garden. But guess what? Now we don't put our faith in the food. Does the food bless you, or do you bless the food? Didn't Jesus take the bread and bless it and then multiplied it? Doesn't He say to take all things now and bless it and eat it with thanksgiving? He was talking about meat. He was talking about all food, like it's for you. You weren't made to serve food. It serves you. So when you're going to eat that avocado and believe all the nutrients in it is what makes you healthy, what if you don't have that avocado? What if you're in a country where all they give you is rice and corn, GMO corn? What are you going to do? Right? The gospel, to be good news, has to work everywhere. Keep that in mind when you're wondering, what is the most excellent way? What is the way with Jesus that's filled with grace? What's good for one has to be good for another, or else it's not good news. Be like, I don't have organic stuff here, sorry, or I'm in jail and all they feed me is a loaf of bread. It's got too much gluten in it. What am I going to do? You know, like, we need to go to Jesus and find that everything is for us and we bless it. If they stick, a pot of who knows what in front of me in a tribe and I'm like, I can't eat that, He says, you can drink any deadly thing and it won't hurt you. Yeah, I'm going to take what they put before me, eat it, bless it, and then I'm probably going to be received to preach them the gospel. So food is not our servant. And so at what diet? What should I eat? You know what? For me, where I'm at, if I can choose healthy, if I have the option to eat something healthier, if I had organic versus non-organic in front of me, I'll eat the organic. But if I go to somewhere else or I'm in somebody's home and they feed me something, I'm just going to bless it and thank God that it serves me and I'm not a servant to the food. So go to the Lord and find out what's good for you. And a great chapter to read about is Romans. And it talks about Corinthians, where if one person believes that they can only eat herbs or they're a vegan, like, let's bless them in that. Let's not beat them down. Let's just be like, that's wonderful. And if you're going to go out to eat with them, maybe you try to cater to that where they're at. And if you believe you can eat everything, great. But if you get around somebody who's like, I can't eat pork, let's love them. And let's be like, okay, we're going to eat fish or something instead today, just so you don't cause your brother to stumble. I mean, there's a few ways in the Bible it talks about, like, this is sin. Like, if you know to do good and you don't do it, that's sin. If you know this will cause your brother to stumble, don't do it. That's sin. That's like hurting them. And we are love. So that's all I'm going to really say on food. Like, go to the Lord and say, what is good for me? And if you are struggling, I have struggled in the past with like, I'm just going to overeat, or I just need a big tub of ice cream to fill me up because I've had a bad day or something. And let's think about it and ask God, why am I trying to fulfill a void? Why can I not stop eating? Or why can I not eat? Some people have the opposite problem. You know, you can call it anorexia, bulimia, whatever. It's still a demonic. It comes from a deeper source. They just don't know how loved they are. The root of it. Perfect love casts out fear, and fear is what drives us to do those things. What drives us to drink. It's what causes us to get angry. It's what causes us to gamble, or whatever you want to put it category. The same comes down with food and taking care of yourself. Is if you're struggling in an area, go to Him. Talk to Him. Find out why you feel like, why you're not being fulfilled in joy, because His food, His word, His life in us is our health, our flesh. It says His word is life and health to all your flesh. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from God. That means the word inside you and the Logos word of reading it. It's our food. It's our meat. You can get so saturated in this, you're not even hungry. There's some craziness. I won't get into it. I don't want people to stumble. But I know a guy that didn't eat for 3 months, didn't hardly lose any weight, and ran a marathon. Yeah. He feasted on Jesus. And most of his church is doing the same thing, and they're not emancipated. They're actually working out more energy than ever. They're finding their love. So I'll get off food. Exercise. The first verse that everybody likes to quote is 1 Timothy 4:8, and there's context, but basically it says, bodily exercise profits little, but godliness is profitable to all things, having a promise of the life that now is and that which is to come. If bodily exercise profits little, that means there is some profit in bodily exercise. Exercise is good. Exercise is wonderful. Moving, we're meant to move. If you think about when Jesus was around, they walked for miles just to go places. I was in Japan and I'm walking for miles and miles. Not like I'm trying to exercise. Like, we need to move to live. We need to move to go and love people and share the gospel. So I don't put any rules, regulations. I don't tell people, I don't like to tell them what I do to exercise or work out. I just tell them, ask the Lord what you should do. Ask Him what you have grace for. Maybe you work so many hours you don't have time to go to the gym. Ask the Lord, what can I do to exercise or just be more active? Maybe it's a walk at your lunch and you're like, Jesus, let's go have a good time, listen to something, and go for a walk. Maybe you're a busy mom and He's like, you know what? Every time you go to the bathroom, can you give me 5 squats? I used to do these workouts when I worked at Yahoo, and I'd go to the bathroom, I'd do like a minute squats or something. I was just trying to show you that I found time to be active and move, and I would talk and fellowship with the Lord. I have friends that are like, I'm trying to lose weight, and another friend's trying to gain weight. Like, they're never completely satisfied. And I'm finding that I need to find out, why am I exercising? Am I trying to lose weight? Am I trying to look a certain way? Or am I trying to just be healthy with you? I just want to feel good with you, Lord. Recently, a friend of mine, he started to be more active, and he's like, whoa, I have way more energy. That's strange. You think the more active you are, the more tired. He's like, no, actually, we're made to move. We're made to have this joy. And so bodily exercise profits little, but let's focus on the Spirit. I major in the Spirit, I minor in the natural. That's what I like to do, because He is our life, right? So, Noelle, what kind of workout should I do? You ask the Lord. You fulfill what grace you have for your call in your life. And He's in it, and He loves it, and He'll back you up. I had a friend that told me at the beginning of the year, I want to lose some weight. And it's only been a few months, and she's like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm seeking the kingdom, I'm following Jesus, and I didn't really try, and I just lost 20 pounds. I'll leave you with this. I know some people who have been in meetings in the church, and in some meetings, people lost weight right there. Like, we're talking 10, 15, 20 pounds. Like, they could pull out their pants in the service and show, like, I'm losing weight. God is for us to live. He's for our bodies. He came to give us life. You know, if we're not healthy, we're overweight, He's trying to give us life. And on the other hand, I know in a meeting, a guy came in, I think he was dead or almost dead from AIDS, HIV. He was super skinny. And Pastor prayed for him, and that guy got up alive. And as he's walking around the church during the service, they took pictures. He gained about 25 pounds in like the next hour. It's amazing. God is for you. He's in everything. So invite Him in, and this is the grace He has for you. Whatever He's speaking to you, ask Him. He just can't wait to help you. So that's it.